Hi everyone, Dr. Said here. In today's video, I'm going to introduce you to one of the best AI platforms in the world, Genspark.
Genspark is an all-in-one AI workspace. You can forget about constantly switching between ChatGPT, Cloud, 11 Labs, Gemini, and other platforms because this platform has all of them built right in. Do you remember when I taught you how to build a pivot table in my previous videos? Well, what if I told you Genspark can do everything for you? Not just pivot table. It can design your slides, generate images, videos, manage your emails, and so much more. It reportedly hit a $250 million annual run rate in under a year.
Okay, let's test it out together.
Before we start, let me tell you a little secret. I actually designed this entire presentation using Genspark, and today I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. To get started, just click on the link in the description to visit this homepage. Right at the top, you'll see a single input box that acts as your main hub. You can ask it questions or have it build things for you. We call this the super agent. Behind the scene, it combines several different AI models and tools to give you the absolute best result. It's basically a much more powerful ChatGPT. We'll try it out in just a second. Let's start with AI Sheets. This section works exactly like Microsoft Excel. As I mentioned, we want Genspark to design a pivot table from the data. So first, copy and paste your data onto the sheet. Let me just adjust the width of the rows real quick. Now in the prompt section, type, please make a pivot table from this data in a new sheet. Perfect. The report is ready, but you might say, wait, this isn't exactly what I wanted. My boss asked for a report that looked exactly like the old ones, which looks like this. As you know, we used a very simple prompt and didn't explain exactly what we want. If you don't know how to explain your problem to the AI, don't worry. Genspark is here to help. Let's head back to the homepage. If I go ahead and click on AI chat right here, it brings up a chat window that probably looks pretty familiar. But the cool part is this drop-down menu at the bottom. It lets you pick exactly which AI model you want to talk to. You've got the ChatGPT at the top, followed by Cloud, Gemini, DeepSeek, and even Grok at the very bottom. The best part, you are getting all these top-tier models in one single hub for about the same price you'd normally pay for just one subscription. Anyway, let's get back to the problem. Drag and drop the picture of the pivot table you want and ask this. We are asking Genspark to analyze this image and create a prompt to recreate it with AI. Okay, your prompt is ready with all details. Now copy this prompt and go back to the AI sheet window and paste it here. Wait for a minute and boom, your report is ready. As you see, both reports look exactly the same, but with your new information. You can now easily export this straight to the Microsoft Excel. Alright, we learned how to create and export the report. Now I want to show you how to analyze this data and turn it into a presentation. This is the report of a product's 1-year sale amount. Let's drag and drop it into the prompt box and type, analyze this 1-year sales data and let me know what our monthly and annual revenue grows and what the projection is for next year. Alright, let's hit generate. And boom, your report is ready. As you can see, we have got the charts, the monthly revenue growth, and 2027 projections right here. Down at the bottom, it's actually suggesting we turn this data into a dashboard. So let's just do that. Okay, the dashboard is ready. Let's download it and see what we've got. Honestly, this is mind-blowing. Just imagine how much time you'd have to spend if you wanted to build this from scratch yourself. But now, with just one simple prompt, we have got a professional report ready to hand over to your boss. Let's recap what we did to put this report together. First, we built a pivot table. Then we analyzed the data. After that, we put together a clean Excel dashboard. Now we are adding one last step, making a PowerPoint summary. You might be thinking, I have to make so many reports every day. Do I really have to repeat all these steps every single time? Well, the answer is no. There is this awesome feature in Genspark called Skills. Here you can explain exactly what you want done with your data, step by step, and just save it for the future projects. So let's open the Skills window. You'll see a bunch of predefined skills here. But in this case, I'm going to create my own. To do that, click on New Skill and choose for myself. Next, click on the Stop button and just explain what you want in the prompt box. First, drag and drop the picture of the pivot table right into the prompt box. Then type out all the steps you want this skill to handle for you. And then hit Generate. And boom, your skill is ready. You can download this skill or add it directly to your list. Now, if I go back to the skills section, you can see it sitting right here under my own skills. Let's test it out. In the prompt box, I'll type, please use this skill for this dataset. Now just drag and drop your data into the prompt box and hit generate. As you can see, all the steps we asked for are right here. Let me just download this Excel file. Look at this. We have got the pivot table for the 6 months dataset, the analysis, and the dashboard report. But here's the coolest part. We also have a 5-slide report completely ready for a presentation. In the next section, I'll show you how to use AI slides.
Now it is time to create a mind-blowing presentation from scratch.
Click on AI slides, which takes you to this page. Here you can choose between creative or professional templates. Make sure to select the Ultra mode and then type your prompt. Create and launch a presentation for a new sneaker product with a marketing strategy and rollout plan. Brand's name is Aerox. It might ask you a few quick questions. Answer them carefully and your presentation will be ready within minutes. Over the right side of the screen, you'll see a preview of your slides. It is honestly amazing how with just one prompt, it generated all these stunning visuals. In the prompt box, you can edit any slide you like. If you click on the Draw tool, you can select the area you want to edit and just type what you want in the prompt box. If you want to make changes to the slide manually, just head over to the Edit tab. Here you have the full control over the slides and you can easily add or tweak the text. Let's head back to the AI slides. Once you are all set, you can hit the present icon to present directly inside Genspark. Or you can just export it as a PDF, PowerPoint, or Google Slides. For this example, I'm going to export it as a PowerPoint file. This presentation is stunning, but I want to make it super stunning. But we do have a tiny problem. If I bring this picture to the front, you can see the Nike logo on the shoe. We missed fixing this in the AI slide section. But don't worry, let me introduce you to another awesome tool inside Genspark. First, just save this as a picture. Now open up the AI image window. Here we have got all the best image generators in the world. For this one, I'm gonna use the ChatGPT model. Just drag and drop your image into the prompt box and type this. Replace the Nike logo with a sleek custom Aerox logo, keeping everything else unchanged, and hit generate. Okay, let's check out the new picture. Amazing. Now, what if I told you we can actually animate this picture right inside Genspark? Let me show you how. First, open the AI video window. Over here, we have the best AI video makers in the world, like Gemini Veo, Killing AI, Grok, Pixverse, and Runway. I'm gonna go with Grok. Just drag your picture into the prompt box, type your prompt, and generate. Now just download this video and drop it into your presentation. Alright, let's take a look at the final result.
Now that a brand identity and all the marketing content are good to go, it is time to build a website for a big launch.
To get started, open the codes window. Here you can choose between different templates or hit simple website or web app as your starting point. This is perfect for quickly whipping up a prototype or even a fully ready e-commerce site. As usual, we have access to different AI platforms. Now type your prompt. If I want to briefly explain the prompt, I just ask to create a premium Nike-inspired website for Aerox with black-orange theme. Okay, let's hit the start. Once you send the request, the AI generates the entire structure of the site in just a few minutes. You got a great looking homepage, the shop section, oh look, this looks exactly like my shoe, plus fully functional pages like contact us. Up at the top menu, you can access the file manager to view or download your files and codes, or even publish the site directly through the Genspark. While building a website, the traditional way takes a ton of time and requires coding skills. This tool automatically generates the whole thing from just a simple text description. And whenever you need to, you can tweak and update the site just by typing a new prompt. By the way, if you click on the task list icon in the top left corner, you can access all your past chats and projects. That includes your Excel file, presentation slides, and the website you just built.
When I was doing my bachelor's degree, almost 22 years ago, I had two foreign classmates. I remember how hard it was for them to understand the teachers during the first semester. But today, we have Speakly.
It is an AI tool by Genspark that listens to the meeting for you, translate it, and write down perfectly polished notes. First go to the speakly.ai, pick your platform and install it. Once it's set up, all you have to do, select live translations and hit start. Imagine you are in the class and teacher is speaking.
अब हम सिस्टोल और डायस्टोल के बारे में समझेंगे तो आप साफ साफ देख सकते हैं कि जो लेफ्ट
As you see, everything is being translated right away, and when it is finished, it gives you a report that highlights all the key points.
All of this was done in a single workspace. Instead of continuously changing between different platforms, everything is here in one place. So if you want to try it yourself, link is in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Alright, I'll see you in next video.